Definite articles. Definite article, it's a fancy way to say the word the in English. In English, the is the. But in Spanish, there are four ways to say the. These ways depend upon masculine and feminine, singular and plural. Well, the previous lessons that we've had, that's what we've worked on. Masculine and feminine, singular and plural. So we need to apply those principles. As you remember from the previous lessons, if the last letter of a singular noun ends in L, O, N, E, R, S, there's a 97% chance that the word is masculine. And if the last letter of a singular noun ends in D, I, O, N, Z, or A, there's a 98% chance that the word is feminine. Well, in Spanish, if the word is masculine and singular, in other words, we only have one object and it's a masculine object, the word the is el, E-L. If a noun is feminine and singular, the word the, one object that is feminine, we would say the word la. And so what I would like you to do is with the following words, you need to write the correct form of the in Spanish. So your answer for each one of these is either going to be el or la. Let me do the first couple of them for you, and then we'll pause and I'll let you do the rest of them. So number one, we have gato. Well, even if you don't know what the word means, you should be able to say the word the in front of it because you should be able to figure out whether it's masculine or feminine. So number one, gato does mean cat. So we're trying to say the cat. So we look at gato, it ends in an O. That means it should be masculine. So the word for the cat would be el gato. Number two, we have mama. Mama ends in an A, should be feminine. Well, mama means mother or mom, and definitely that would be feminine. So the word the we would use would be la mama. Well, I'm going to pause and I want you to do all of the rest of them down to number 30. It shouldn't take you very long, probably less than a couple of minutes. If you notice, remember, if you get to about number 24, I've got a few of them with the little star, and the little star means that it's going to be different than, it does not follow the rule. So 24, it ends in an A. We would expect it to be feminine, but it's not. It's masculine. Okay, let me pause the video. You go through and write the answers. Again, it's either L or La, and then we'll come back and I'll make sure you got them all right. 3, 2, 1, pause. Okay, we're back. Let's check your answers. Number 3, bebe means baby. It ends in an E, so it should be masculine. It is, so we'd say el bebe for the baby. Number 4, raton ends in an N. It should be masculine. So the rat or the mouse would be el raton. Extranjero would be a stranger or a foreigner. Ends in an O, should be masculine. So we would say el extranjero. Number 6, niño ends in an O. Niño means child. So the child would be el niño. Number 7, voz. Well, that ends in a Z. That means it should be feminine. So voice, it would be la voz. Number 8, casa means house. It ends in an A. Should be feminine. It'd be la casa. Number 9, corazón ends in an N. Should be masculine. It means heart. So the heart would be el corazón. Numero 10, estación ends in an N, but it's an I-O-N. If you remember, I-O-N means it should be feminine. And it means either a station or a season. So the station or the season would be la estación. Numero 11, barril ends in an L, should be masculine. Barrel, the barrel would be el barril. Numero 12, playa ends in an A, should be feminine. It means beach. The beach would be la playa. Numero 13, fuerza ends in an A, should be feminine. It means force. The force would be, or strength, it could mean strength also. The force or the strength would be la fuerza. Numero 14, luz ends in a Z, should be feminine. Means light. The light would be la luz. Numero 15, hombre means man. Well, should be masculine because it ends in an E, but also man would be masculine. And so the man would be el hombre. Número 16, autoridad, ends in a D. Autoridad means authority. The authority would be la autoridad. Número 17, sonrisa, ends in an A, should be feminine. It means smile. The smile would be la sonrisa. Número 18, dolor, ends in an R, should be masculine. It means pain. The pain would be el dolor. Número 19, cruz, ends in a Z, should be feminine. It means cross. The cross would be la cruz. Número 20, verdad, ends in a D, should be feminine. Verdad means truth. The truth would be la verdad. Número 21, motor, ends in an R, should be masculine. The motor would be el motor. Número 22, brazo, ends in an O, should be masculine. That means arm. The arm would be el brazo. Número 23 would be tren. Train ends in an N, should be masculine, means train. The train would be el tren. Número 24, mapa. It ends in an A. Oops, but we got a little asterisk there, so I'm letting you know that this one doesn't follow the rule. We think it should be feminine normally, but it's not. It doesn't follow the rule. It's masculine. So the map would be el mapa. Número 25, anden, ends in an N. It should be masculine. And anden means the loading dock or the platform where you get on or off a train or a bus or something like that at the station. And it would be el anden. Número 26, gente would be people. Well, in English, we normally think of people as plural, but this would be like a group of people. So it's actually singular still. It ends in an E. We would expect it to be masculine, but it's not masculine. It's going to be feminine. Doesn't follow the rule. It'd be la gente for the people. Número 27, we have reloj. Well, we don't have a letter for a J to tell us whether it's masculine or feminine. We had to just memorize it. Reloj means watch or clock. In this case, it is masculine, so the watch or the clock would be el reloj. Número 28, clase, ends in an E. We would expect it to be masculine, but it's not masculine, it's feminine. It means class. The class would be la clase. Número 29, mano, ends in an O. We would expect the O to be masculine, but it's not. It doesn't follow the rule. So it means hand. The hand would be la mano. Last one, número 30, clima, ends in an A. We would expect it to be feminine, but it isn't feminine. Doesn't follow the rules. Means climate. The climate would be el clima. Okay, well, we just went through the list and we were able to say the word the for if it's singular, el or la, masculine or feminine. Masculine singular el, feminine singular la. Well, now we can go through and we can take those same words. I've made all of the words from the list that we just practiced up above. I've made them plural. They're still going to follow the rules for masculine and feminine. And you need to remember that we determined that from the singular word. So we won't use the S on the end of the word to tell what it is. We're going to decide whether the word is masculine or feminine from the singular word. So we're going to have to work back ways a little bit. Let me do a couple of them, and we'll let you do the rest after we pause. Well, if the word is masculine and plural, it's masculine, but now we've added an S or an ES onto the end of it. The word the would be los, L-O-S. Now, we need to be careful because in English, if we say L-O-S, like, the big city in California, we have Los Angeles. We would say Los, but remember in Spanish, we always pronounce an O as an O. So it should be Los Angeles instead of Los Angeles. Los, well, that means the. If the word is feminine and plural, the word the would be Las. Notice that's spelled L-A-S, like in Las Vegas. Well, we say it right in English, Las Vegas. But if it's Los Angeles, it's Los Angeles, okay, because that's the word the. So we're going to look at our list again, and we're going to decide if the word for the in Spanish is going to be, whoops, I got a little mistake there. We'll go los or las should be our answer. Okay, so number one, we have gatos. Well, gato ends in an O. That would make it masculine. So we want to say the cats, more than one cats. That would be los, Los. Number two, the mothers. Well, mama ends in an A, feminine. So now we put an S on it. So it would be the mothers would be las, Las, mamas. It looks like I left a little space between the A and the S. So let's get rid of that. Bebés, the babies. Well, it would end in an E, so it's masculine. So now we make it plural, los, Los, bebés, los. Number four, raton is a rat or a mouse. It's masculine. We'll make it plural. We added an ES. Los ratones, Los. Number cinco, extranjero ends in an O, masculine. We made it plural with an S. So the foreigners, the strangers would be los extranjeros. Number seis, niños. Well, niño ends in an O, it's masculine. So the children would be los niños. One thing I haven't talked about in Spanish, so there's a lot of times if we have a word like niños or extranjeros, it could mean it's a mixed group, that there's both boys and girls. So anytime there is a mixed group of both boys and girls, we would use the word los, which means it could be either or. Número siete, voces. That means voices. Well, we'd get rid of the ES and we'd have the C. Well, that would have been a Z. Remember, we have to change the Z to a C and then add ES to make it plural. So it should be las, Las, voces, las voces, the voices. Number ocho, casa ends in an A. That's plural, so it'd be las, casas. Number nueve, corazón is a heart, ends in an N, masculine. We add an ES, it would be los, corazones. Numero 10, estación ends in an ION. That would make it feminine. So stations or seasons would be las, estaciones. Barril is masculine, ends in an L. To make it plural, we add ES. So it'd be los barriles for the barrels. Numero 12, playas. Playa ends in an A. Now we made it plural, so the beaches would be las playas. Numero 13, fuerza ends in an A. To make it plural, the forces or the strengths would be las fuerzas. Numero 14, luces. Well, if we get rid of the ES, it'd be LUC, but now we're going to have to change it back to a Z. That would make it feminine. The lights would be las, luces. Numero 15, hombres. Hombre ends in an E. It's masculine. We made it plural, so it'd be los, hombres. Numero 16, autoridad ends in a D. That would make it feminine. We put an ES on it, so feminine plural would be las, autoridades. Numero 17, sonrisa ends in an A. We made it plural, so it'd be las sonrisas for the smiles. Numero 18, dolor is a pain or a hurt. The pains or the hurts. We added the ES. If it ends in an R, it would be masculine. Los, dolores. Numero 19, cruces are crosses. We get rid of the ES, then it'd become cross, which is cruz. Ends in a Z. And so to make it feminine and plural, it'd be las, cruces. Numero 20, verdades, ends in a D, verdad. We get rid of the ES. Okay, that's what we had to add to make it plural. So it means the truths, more than one truth. Las, verdades. Motor ends in an R. It would be masculine. We made it plural, so it would be los, motores. 22, brazo ends in an O. It would be masculine, so the arms would be los brazos. Number 23, trenes. Train ends in an N. It is masculine. It is plural. It would be los trenes. Numero 24, there's a little star there, so we got to be careful. I'm telling you, it's not regular. Well, mapa ends in an A. We would expect it to be feminine, but it's not feminine. It's masculine, so it'd be los mapas for the maps. Numero 25, andenes. Anden ends in an N. That would make it masculine. So the loading docks or the landing or the platforms to get on or off the bus would be los andenes. Número 26, gente means people, would be one group of people. So now it ends in an E. We would expect it to be masculine, but I got the little star there, so it's going to tell us that it's feminine. So we have several different groups of people, or different, cultural groups, I guess it could be. And it would be las, L-A-S, gentes. Número 27, reloj, has another little star. Reloj ends in a J. We don't have a rule for the letter J. We just had to memorize it. And again, that's the only word in Spanish I know that ends in a J. So reloj is going to be masculine. The clocks or the watches would be los, L-O-S, relojes. Número 29, clase, ends in an E. We would expect it to be masculine, but we got a little star there telling us that it is feminine. So it would be las clases, L-A-S. Número 29, mano, ends in an O. We would expect it to be masculine, but it isn't, doesn't follow the rule. So we would say the hands would be las, L-A-S, manos. Número 30, clima, ends in an A. We would expect it to be feminine, but it's not, doesn't follow the rule. That's why we got the little asterisks there. And so it would be los, L-O-S, climas. All right. Well, we went through and we studied the definite articles, how we say the in English. English one way, Spanish 4 ways. We can either say, if it's masculine and singular, the word for the is el. If there's one object, feminine and singular, the word for the is la. If it is masculine and plural, the word for the would be los, L-O-S. And if the word is feminine and plural, the word for the would be las, L-A-S. Well, those were our rules for doing the word the. If you're interested in having some more instruction, you can go to Spanish Made Fun, oneword.com, on the internet. And there you would see opportunities to get some lessons based on jokes, songs, internet videos, Spanish stories, or Spanish. Thank you very much, and we'll see you on the next lesson.